You let me know if you can see my screen, okay?
Okay.
Can you say your boss? Yes. Bro, no say say no wonder. I know say nothing whenever.
I can see it.
Okay. Oh, thank God. Okay, you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
So today we are looking at origin and other block. Now, in our last class, I highlighted it a bit. So origin, this is the last consolidation that happens before an impulsive movement that breaks a structure. So now we have the market moving in higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Okay? So
Yes.
now all these break of oh God, all these break of structure, they all have what is called an origin, which is here.
Okay.
This is an origin. This is the origin of this break of structure. This is another origin here. So for a break of structure to exist, it has to produce an origin. You get me? So it is the last consolidation before an impulsive movement, before market will move to break this structure. This is a break of structure, right?
Mhm.
It's a break of structure. So now, what do you mean by origin? It is the last consolidation, this last area, this bottom area that happens before price will move to clear this level, this break of structure, to break structure. That's what we have as our origin. That's what we have as an origin. So now, let's go to the chart. For this change of character here, all these choppy candlesticks are the origin. This is the origin that occurred before price created the impulsive movement. Before this movement, this was the origin. Do you get me? For this break of structure, this is the origin. Do you get? Rejoice.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm hearing. I'm listening to you.
Okay. So for every break of structure or every change of character, well, we have an origin. So now it is in that origin we know if we want to take our buy or our sell. That origin is a level that we want to know if we will take a buy or a sell order. You understand me? Let's remove
Yes.
this first. Let's map our break of structures here. From here to here, we have a break of structure. Let me just map it complete. We have another break of structure from here to here. And from here, we have here as the origin. But here we have all this level as the origin that created the break of structure. Then, because I just mapped out this one fully, but the break of structure is from here to here. And there's another tiny one here. This tiny one. Why I want to differentiate
Yes.
it because I want to map out an origin. There's an origin that is there. Here, these candles. Yeah, is the origin. So literally, yeah, we are looking to buy, but we can say that we are mapping out plenty things. If you count up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 10 candlesticks, and it is not ideal. Do you get me? It's not ideal to
Mm-hmm.
just wait for price at the origin. We have to wait for price at a particular level, at the key level. We have to refine this origin to our order block. So when we have that order block, that's when we're going to know if we are going to buy or we are going to sell. An order block is an area on the chart where institutional players they place their buy or sell orders. Institutional traders, people that move the market, that's where they place their buy or sell orders. You understand me? So they cannot just wait for, obviously, if you are seeing this chart, what are you expecting? You expect price from here to come here and start buying. You understand? This is what we're expecting. It will tap us in our origin. But because of that, when you're mapping out origin, you're mapping out too many things. We have to refine it. We have to refine it to our order block. You get me? You have to refine your origin to your order block to know exactly where to wait for price. It is in your order block that you know that, yes, this is where I want to wait for price. I want price to come, tap me in, and start buying. I want price to come, tap me in, and start selling. You get me?
Yes.
So now how do we spot out those other blocks? How do we spot out those other blocks? We already know that other block is an area on the chart where we wait for where institutional traders take their buy or sell orders here. We already know that we are waiting for price at a particular level in the chart. So how do we point it out? Now, an order block is the last candlestick before an impulsive movement that breaks a structure. An order block is the last candlestick before an impulsive movement that breaks a structure. So now here, we have this origin, right? So you have to refine this origin to your order block. And what did they say order block is? Is the last candlestick before an impulsive movement that breaks a structure. So if I'm to refine this to my order block, this is the order block. This candlestick from the beginning of the candle to the close of the candle. This tiny candlestick that is here, that is the order block. Do you understand?
Yes. What about the long one?
We're not mapping it as an order block, we're just mapping the last candlestick. The long one now, if that long candlestick that I see, you're even seeing a gap. We have FVG there, fair value gap. Oh, we have not gotten there, you understand data. For this
Okay.
order break or structure, the last candlestick is this tiny order block that is here, this tiny blue block. This is where we want to wait for price if we are going to consider that level. That is the other block. Here, this is the other block. That's the last candlestick before the impulsive movement. You know the meaning of impulsive, before the big movement that broke this structure. Then here, this black tiny candlestick is our other block. And that's what we mapped out. So our other blocks are the last candlestick before the impulsive movement that breaks the structure. Here, this candlestick is this tiny black candlestick. Now here, look at here. Our other block, they say the last candlestick before the impulsive movement that breaks the structure, right? So our other block is this tiny candlestick that is here. This tiny candlestick that is here. Because it is the last candlestick before the impulsive movement that broke the structure. Do you understand?
Yes. I was not really hearing you well. Network, but it's okay.
Okay, let me open another chart. USD JPY. Let's just open another chart. So I'll do break or structure origin and other block. Okay. From here to here, we have a break of structure, right? We have another break of structure here. Thank you. Then this is the origin. This level, or this level is the origin. Then we have to refine this origin to the other block, which is this tiny blue candlestick here. When you hear of other block, it's just the last candlestick before the movement that breaks the structure. Then for this level,
Mm-hmm.
the last candlestick is this black candlestick. That is the other block. That is the other block. Let's go back to gold. Okay. This trade now, I took it on Friday, but it not up on Friday, but I was able to join on Friday because I took it first to pass my account. Then I also joined again so I could be able to withdraw. So now here you can see that this last candlestick, this
That
um
is it.
this last tiny blue candlestick with this weak rejection, this is the other block, right? There's a break
Yes.
of structure, then this is the other block. So what did I do? I waited for price to come and tap into the other block. Let me check for, because I normally screenshot my I normally download my images. Okay, I think this was when it tapped. I busy this one. No. Let's go to Telegram. It's feature. Okay. Are you seeing this chart? Are you seeing it?
Yes.
This was when market came and tapped into this level. It came and tapped into the level. And what the market do? It tapped in and bought. Do you understand? It came, tapped in, and bought. So we are waiting for it at this level. When we want to take buy order, we are waiting for it below. When we want to take sell order, we're waiting for it above. So if probably now we map here as our order block, it means that we want to take a sell from there. But you can obviously see this sell is not valid because of the market is bullish. So you wait for price at your order block. That's just how it is. You wait for price and you take your trade. That's just the concept of order block. This level now, I'm waiting for price at this level. This is the other block of this break of structure. This tiny candle, the last candlestick before the impulsive movement. What we have as our other block. Let's go to a higher time frame. Let's use 2 hours. See this level now. This break of structure. This is the other block. What happened? Market came and tapped into it. Abi, this is the other block here. Market came and tapped into it. You get me?
No.
We have a break of structure from here to here. I mapped out
Mm-hmm.
my other block. This last black candles. You wait for price to come to your other block. What price? The price did all the shenanigans and came to the other block and started buying. This was where the rally to the upside started. Price will come back to your origin and start pushing up.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Mm,
You understand somehow, Abi? No,
yes.
just practice. So now, at this level now, let's use 1 hour so we can see it very well. We have a change of character, right? And I map this tiny candlestick as my other block because it is the last candle before the impulsive movement that changed character, that broke the structure. This last tiny candlestick here is the last candlestick before the impulsive movement that broke the structure. And what happened? Price came on and reacted to this level, and it sold just a bit. But because of the overall trend of the market is bullish, He kept buying. So it is on Monday that we'll know if this level is actually valid. But remember, what we learned is that when the market is bullish, you look for buy opportunities. When it is bearish, you look for sell opportunities. So because of the market is bullish, this other block might not really hold. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Might not really hold. So that's just the concept of origin and other block. And basically, there are things and there are criterias for you to know which other block you should wait for price, because in the market you will see different thousands and several other blocks. So you have to know which one is valid. You understand me? You have to know the valid order block. So how do we know the valid order block? There are things that we have to put into consideration to know if an order block is valid. There are certain things that we need to see to know if an order block is valid. So let's go back to another chart. I don't want to write here. How to know if your order block order order block is valid. Number one, it must be the last candlestick before an impulsive movement that breaks a structure. Okay, let's just write it must be the last candlestick before an impulsive movement in an origin. Do you understand what the sentence means? Do you understand what the sentence means?
Yes, 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 yes. Yes.
Then there must be a break of structure. There must be a BOS or CHOCH. There must be a break of structure or change of character. Then number three, market has to grab liquidity. Okay, let's write it as liquidity must be present. Liquidity must be present. Then number four, it must be unmitigated. And number five, there must be fair value gap. Okay. FVG must be present. So these are what we are looking for. Like for another block to be valid, it has to be the last candlestick. Here now, if I map out here as a break of structure, for the other block to be valid, there has to be the last candlestick. Then it has to be a break of structure or a change of character. For this origin, for this other block, it has to be the something must obviously produce the other block price. It's either a break of structure or a change of character. So there must be a break of structure or a change of character. Then there must be liquidity that price will sweep. There must be liquidity that price has to clear. So now what do we mean by liquidity? Liquidity is where money is sitting on the chart. So basically, as a forex trader, if you don't see the liquidity, know that market is going to use you as liquidity. Market needs to clear liquidity to be able to tap you in and go your way. So there must be a particular level the market has to clear for it to tap you in and go your way. You feel me? Then it must be unmitigated. imagine you are waiting here for price, but price has already come and tapped here before. That means as far as price have come here has tapped into this other block before, this other block is no longer valid because it is mitigated. Price must not have tapped into an other block for the other block to be valid. Any level on the chart that price has come back to tapping, okay, now like this level now, this other block here, price has tapped in. So will you tell me that you still want to wait again for price to come back again and tap into this other block, this level? You still want to wait for price to tap in and buy? No, that's not how it works. Price has tapped in, so this level now is no longer valid. We have to look for another
Okay, how we know when price tapping?
it
Is
will
it when
come
a
back
candlestick
when the
touch
candlestick
the
comes
other
back
block?
to that level.
Okay, okay, okay.
See this level now, this tiny black candlestick here is another block. It's a break of structure. We have a break of structure here, right? We have a break of structure
Mhm.
here. This is another block. It is price as price tapped into it,
No.
so it is valid. See here now, price tapped into this other block, right? Price tapped into this level. It mitigated and bought small. But what happened? Price did not come back, and you cannot now tell me that you want to come and keep waiting for it. When price came back to that level again, it cleared it. So once that other block has been mitigated, if the possibility of price coming back to retest that zone is rare, it is like maybe 10%. And it is, you're not gambling here, you're not trying to do a game of chance or anything. So you need to be sure of what you're doing. You need to map out valid other blocks. So the other block must not be mitigated. And then there must be FVG present. When you hear FVG, it means there is a gap in the market. Like this gap now. Yeah, we have an FVG here, but that one is what we'll do in our next class. I need you guys to get origin and origin and break of structure first. Then we do FVG. FVG helps to validate your other block. Like once you see FVG very close to an other block, just know that yes, that other block is valid. That other block is strong. That other block is likely to hold. You understand me?
Yes. But how will you know SVG?
We'll do it in our next
Okay,
class.
you wrote it.
FVG stands
Okay.
for fair value gap. Do you hear? FVG stands for fair value gap.
Okay. Yes. Full value gap.
So that's just the
Mm-hmm.
concept of other block and break of structure. Okay, I want to check GBP JPY. Okay, okay. Let's analyze GJ. Basically, can already see that the market was breaking structures to the upside, right? You also have a break of structure here. Break of structure. We have a change of character here. We go down to lower time frame, we'll see it. Let's go down to 4 hours. Now, for all these break of structures, we have origins and other blocks that were created. For this first one, this is the other block, the last candlestick before the impulsive movement. All these things here, all these choppy chop are movement, are just choppy movement, consolidation. Here is the other block. We expect that price will come and tap into here and start buying, right? Then for this second break of structure, this black candlestick is the other block. It is the last candlestick before the impulsive movement that broke the structure. Then here we have this
Why
tiny.
can't it not be the blue candle?
It is the blue candlestick. Oh, thank you. It is the blue candlestick. That's the other. The blue candlestick is the other block. Then for this one, this is the other block here. Basically, price was almost there, but it did not tap sharp.
It's not up.
Eh, if you let's go down to 2 hours first. That's how we know. Okay. From 2 hours, it tapped. It tapped. From 2 hours, here's the other block.
It's not valid.
Wait. From 2 hours, this black candlestick is the other block. And it tapped. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So this break of structure now has given us, we have here to wait for price. This other block here. This other block that is here. And it has tapped safe. You can see it what happened. It came and it tapped. And then for this change of character now. Okay, basically we're just doing buy setup, buy setup. So here now what does it mean is that we're waiting for price to come and tap us in and starts by, right? You get the concept.
Yes.
So now for this change of character, this is the other block here. This is the other block. That tiny blue candlestick, because it is the last candlestick. Do you get?
Yes.
So that's just the concept of. But now, if you open your eye very well, yeah, you will see that we have a tiny break of structure here. Let's go down to 1 hour. We'll see it very well. Good. And that is where the original change of character happened. That's the last break of structure. That's where the original change of character happened. And after price change character, what happened? It's the blue candlestick that is the other block. This blue candlestick. That's the other block. When price change character, you know what price change character be? It clear this level. Normally, price supposed to come back to an other block or to an origin and start buying. After clearing that level, what happened? It started breaking structures to the downside. From here, we have a tiny break of structure. No, my eyes are hurting. We have a tiny break of structure. We have another one here. We have another one here. We started breaking structures to the downside. Abi, we have another one here. We have another one. No. No, no. We have another one. I have another one here. What do you see? Then here, for this break of structure, we have here to be the other block. Market even tapped in. Because when you're mapping other block, you map it from the beginning of the candle to the end of the candle, and market just tapped in like a little. Oh, let's leave that one, sha. For this new break of structure, this is the other block, the last candlestick. Do you understand? This blue candlestick is the last candlestick.
Yes. Yes.
Our class will end in 10 minutes. Then for this next one, this is the other block. Here's the other block. For this one, here is the other block. So that's basically what we mean by break of structure, origin, other block, and change of character. We have a change of character, breaking structures to the downside, presenting for us other blocks. So because there are so many other blocks on the chart, we now have to put into consideration all those things that I listed to know the one that is actually valid, to know where to wait for price. So basically, what do we have? We have, we're expecting that price is going to move up here, then we'll not take our sell. Do you understand?
No.
When you
Why is
have,
it to that? Why is it to that particular one? Why is it not? I don't understand, though. How will you know that you
I'm
meant
just
to?
doing for example now. I'm just doing for example. It's not like if me now I'm going to take this. If I want to take a trade now on GJ, I'm going to wait for price. I'm going to take from this other block because all this thing price is still far. Before price will get here on GPUSD, whether before price will get here, it will take time. Do you understand? So I used to wait for the most recent structure.
Mm.
So if I'm going to take a sell on GPUSD, I'm going to wait for price to come and tap into this or to this other block. Remember this other block now. Remember this other block here is actually ESF. I'm going to wait for price to tap in there, buy to this level and take a sell from here. Where is the short position? I'm just showing you that when your order block is above, it means that we want to take a sell entry. Anytime you see something like this, it means that the person is waiting for price to get to that particular level to sell. Do you understand? When it's below, it means that person is waiting for price to get to that particular level to buy. Do you understand? Hmm? Rejoice. Do you get?
I'm not really hearing you again. No.
Do you
I don't
understand?
hear the last part.
I said
Like,
anytime you see something
I
like
did
this,
not hear the very last part.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
I said anytime you see something like this, it means that we're waiting for price to get to this level so we can sell. If we see something like what we had here, it means that we're waiting for price to come so we can buy. When it's below, it means that we're waiting for price to come to that level so we can take a buy. When your other block is above, it means that we're waiting for price to come to that level so we can take a sell. Do you understand me?
Okay.
So that's
Yeah,
everything
that book.
about other blocks and origin. So, you do your own charts, your own analysis, map out break of structures, map out other blocks, and send. Don't just map out an origin. I want to see the other block. The other block is the last candlestick. So map out the origin and send to me. Okay? Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank
Yeah
you.
now.